Not too sure how this happened, but I guess the only thing I can say is speed. So early this morning, a car met with a building.
Looks like Khalil ran
So you
away
guys can see the
again.
damage this
42
car
Wheeland Street.
caused.
That's the 21-year-old
The whole building,
autistic
whole
male
facade
there.
is pretty much off.
Khalil
I'll get as
LeBurge,
close as I can to show you what's going on.
2001.
The whole facade of the building is kind of.
And again, the mother is not cooperative, so we've got no description of what he's bearing today.
Like I said, if you could tell me how this happened, other than someone speeding and not paying attention, the car is still inside there, so you'll be able to see it. Like I said, this is what you're looking at. We'll get a closer angle for you guys in a second. Get a closer angle for you guys from the other side. They could walk around the other side and give you guys a better look at what's going on. I'm not too sure how that happened. I assume speed play a role in it, or not focus on the road. Take a quick walk around this corner here. Good morning, sir. Everybody's standing by. Boston Board Up has one of the trucks in their parking lot over here. I don't know too much boarding up you're going to be doing with that building. That can be able to do too much boarding up. The whole facade is gone. When you see the angle of the car, how it struck the building, you wonder if a lot of people spectating, looking at it, checking it out. I think they were doing about 20 miles an hour. 20 miles an hour, right?
Yeah, right.
Speed limit is 20 miles an hour in the city. So I think he's doing about 20. You figure. He's got structural engineers. They're using lasers to test the structure of the building. Those are lasers they're using just to make sure the building is stable. Yeah, checking for movement, exactly. There will be some movement for sure. Yeah, they're detecting to see if the lasers are seeing if there's any movement in the building. They won't even pull that car out of there until they know it's sound. As you can see, there's one that's right. They were only going 20 miles an hour. No one speeds in the city of Boston, right? Nobody speeds. Nobody speeds in the city of Boston. That would be an understatement.
I'm just gonna take a picture.
I have yet to see any cars speed in the city of Boston. The good thing is there's an I-beam that's holding that up. He said, "Looks like that's not even an I-beam. That's a piece of wood."
No, that's metal.
Is that metal?
Yeah.
It looks like.
If you just ran into the store part,
Yeah.
took out the main beam.
Took out the main support, right?
Yeah.
The whole column. That column is what keeps the middle up.
Right.
If he would hit the front, the actual door itself, he'd been fine. Interesting. Yeah, but how did you get up on the sidewalk in that angle though? Like,
He came around the corner too fast.
but he couldn't have been speeding though, right? Speed limit's like what, 20 miles an hour?
So Scott. Oh, 8:30? Yeah.
Oh, hey, how are you? That's all right. I just came around behind you.
Like I said, it's kind of hard to say what he was doing, but sometimes there's a lot of people on the street too. You gotta be careful.
Let's see. Unless he bounced off another car.
But even the speed, how you justify the speed though?
Right.
If he bounced off another car, 'cause that should have slowed some impact down. Now he shouldn't have, you know.
I was driving on the Parkway last week.
Uh-huh.
Came around the corner,
Uh-huh.
flying. He said, "You ain't gonna make it." He didn't make it. He ended up taking the one post out and hitting the tree.
Oh yeah, I think I heard that one. Yeah, they do about 50, 60 minimum. I see cars. I've done a couple of videos of cars speeding, and people in the saying, "Oh, he's not speeding." Like, trust me, I know how to judge speed, and I can tell if a car is speeding.
Up here on Washington Street where CVS is,
Mm-hmm.
that set of lights here,
Yeah.
All right, well,
you put the flashes on, they still,
Just to
they
keep-
don't stop, they go by it.
They keep going.
I've almost got hit there a couple of times.
yes. So,
Yeah. Well, according to what I understand, no one speeds in the city of Boston. Everybody's doing 20 miles an hour.
I talked to a cop that was sitting up at CVS. I said, something's got to be done there.
Mhm.
You got to do something. You got to speak up. You got to get a hold of.
Well, the mayor doesn't care. Your mayor lives right down the street, by the way.
Yeah.
She cares more about sound ordinance than cars speeding.
but there was some stuff I need to get done. So we did it through.
You can't protest till after 9 o'clock in front of her house. But yet you can speed in front of her house, no problem.
They,
What kind of sense is that?
it was a cop from Quigley, and we had the card. She would like.
We did the whole mass day thing, and our house is well insulated, but
When I heard this on the radio, I didn't realize the seriousness of it till I kept listening. And I'm like, wow, it is serious.
I saw a picture of it, but I didn't think it was this building. I thought it was one up there.
They said LaGrange, and I was thinking of trying to figure what part of LaGrange they were talking about. But this is the part of LaGrange you're talking about.
house, like the heating's fine, and we already know the heat.
See, they got mini splits up in there too.
First floor will be fine.
Those mini splits are probably
Second floor, but then it would be phase two.
got a couple of mini splits on each side there.
Yeah, we're waiting for our rebate. Yeah. But I wanted you to go down there in
Place
the
up there, photography place.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the toughest thing. I always say the person driving the car is going to have to explain to the insurance company what they were doing to get their car in that position. I mean, you can't tell your insurance agent that you was doing 20 miles an hour and all of a sudden you lost control and that happened. They're going to look at you like, really?
We have like a gambrel's roof, like on the third floor.
So the glass that kind of scattered out.
And it's all horsehair plaster. He was like, I don't want to do the blow in there until
Yeah.
you guys
So you-
get your, and I'll show you a picture of what happened on Monday when I got home. I don't want to show you, I don't want to do it up there until.
Fair to say that building is probably going to be condemned.
This is on Monday.
For a while.
Yeah, you're gonna have to brace it up. You know, get some hydraulic braces at the bottom, shore it up.
They're waiting for people to come now to
Yeah,
No, it
take all the front off, and then they'll probably put a beam.
yeah. Well, they got those jacks that you could support it from the middle, give it some temporary support.
I've been doing construction my whole life. So.
Yeah. The biggest concern is that piece that's hanging right over the car.
Yeah.
That's the biggest concern. Then you also got that little piece at the edge over there that could potentially fall down if it's not shored up. So if you don't shore that piece up like right there, that could potentially fall. And this piece down here,
I'm surprised that piece hasn't fallen.
well, it's hanging up by some weight, but other than that, that could fall because you know it's heavier going downward than what's supporting it, basically.
And then they were back
Did anybody eyewitness it? Nobody eyewitnessed it, right?
No, I haven't heard.
I heard it happen like 4 o'clock in the morning, something like that. It was pretty early in the morning that when it happened.
He had to be speeding around the corner and didn't make it.
Yeah, how fast was he going though?
Had to be speeding.
Like 25, 30, 50.
35, 40.
I'm assuming based off of what I see here.
Skid marks.
No, are there any skid marks?
No.
No skid marks? Well, probably about 50 miles an hour.
Well, Mass State covered it all, and then the other piece is that
50, 55, 60 maybe, somewhere in there.
the foreman said you could.
So the question of the day is how fast was the car going?
He said you could go back to
So
the well.
I'm putting my money on 55, maybe 55 in there.
I
Somewhere
would say to take that beam out. And see that other one next door? See how thick it is?
yeah.
It's not just brick, it's a beam.
So it took out the brick, the beam, and the whole front. Yeah, that's a lot of. That's a lot of. Some people from the building department, ISG,
Oh, you had the ductwork.
they might have to bring a crane just to knock that down.
Knock that down and board it up.
But are they concerned about those trains going by over there? They could get some vibrations and knock that down.
No,
They're not concerned about
too
that.
far away.
Yeah, it's not that far. It's only about.
If they were flying a fast train, yeah.
Those trains do give off some vibrations, so you know.
Oh, yeah, no.
They give off more than you think.
Yeah, when they move, but they go slow here. So.
I would be concerned about those trains being so close, vibrating. But that's only me.
Yeah, right. And, but yeah, so we spent about 2 weeks spinning our wheels about wanting to do the kind of.
So you can feel the ground shaking when they pull off. So just that alone is enough to give it enough shake to shake that.
New construction house that has a stoop, it's a superly air house. Because what they all said was, you're going to be running electricity because we were just going to go right to the You're going to be running that electricity. Your electricity thing is going to go up because that, you know, when you get those.
Like I said, it's kind of hard to say, but I hear the driver made it out with, you know, not serious injuries, but minor injuries.
Yeah, he's lucky.
Yeah, he wasn't too damaged.
Yeah, right. I know we know that. Yeah.
It must have taken a few minutes for it to
Settle in.
collapse.
Yeah. See. We would have to.
Because
Yeah.
if it didn't, he would be inside.
Yeah, it probably collapsed right away. It's probably a simultaneously collapse. Collapse on impact.
Yeah, part of it did, but the upper part took
That part right there. Oh yeah. That part might have took time, but the first part might have just been right away.
Right.
Efficiency boilers, like the cast iron old school thing at the monster. Yeah, those lasted 50 years.
You're lucky. He's hurt, but
He's hurt, but he's okay.
And it wasn't still,
Yeah, no, it was just, yeah, it was like the height, no, it was just,
The barber shop's closed on the weekends, luckily, huh? If not, you'd be getting a bad haircut.
that's where I get my haircut.
You get your hair. Oh man.
Getting my hair cut there since I was 5.
you know, start having pay.
He said. You heard what he said? He said you can put the bricks back together, but you can't put the body back together. Right? Yeah, that's true. I heard you.
How bad was the driver?
Well, he was banged up, but not seriously injured.
Real bad.
No, he was enough to go to the hospital, but nothing life threatening.
Luckily.
Yeah, they extract him out the passenger door there.
He had to be flying around that corner to do that.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm thinking about 55, maybe 60 the most.
What did happen early this morning? Or?
Yeah,
4 or so.
like
Four
4 o'clock in the morning. Just you don't need to figure. You're only car on the road, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Probably had a
Your
few
judgment's
bumps.
not the greatest.
Yeah.
You know, you're the god of the world this time. All of a sudden, you hit a brick wall.
It looked like he hit the brakes.
No, I don't think he did.
No skid marks or nothing.
They said no brakes were applied at all. But I tell you what's going on though. I people understand. There's a lot of people. If you look at the people driving, look at their eyes, and their eyes are like this fiery, watery red, and that's not normal. So there's something causing that. I don't know what it is. I've seen it multiple times, and they're driving like they're under a trance. Trust me, they're under a trance.
That's the
I've seen it on.
legalization of marijuana. Everybody thinks
Yeah,
it's okay to drive
marijuana.
around.
It may not even be marijuana. It may be something more serious than that.
Yeah. It could be that too.
I don't know what it is, but I saw a guy. His eyes were like fiery, watery red, and he's like not even blinking, like straight eyes open, and he's screaming and yelling. I'm like, okay, that's not normal.
I seen one last week at the Parkway. I had to be doing 50. Didn't make the corner. I knew he wasn't gonna.
Yeah.
Hit the light down and hit a tree.
Trees don't. Most trees don't move too.
If that tree wasn't there, he would have been down in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, most trees that I know, especially the big ones, they don't really move that often.
But this was a small one.
So now everybody just gotta stay around and watch. You know, there's not much else you can do till they get a crane in here and a structural engineer to say what to do and what not to do. At this point, it's just demolition, basically.
Yeah, they'll get one
Yeah,
with
the grabber.
collar on.
Yeah, the grabber. That's probably the easiest one to do. Is
Because you just want to
take that piece
loose.
off. Yeah.
Everything else to leave on.
But see that corner right there?
Board it
That's
up.
kind of. That corner's kind of skeptical because it's shifted. See right there at the corner? Look underneath that.
At the top.
Right. If you look down, that piece beneath
yeah.
you have shifted. So that's kind of skeptical there. They might have to take that down or shore it up either way. If you look real close, it's shifted about at least a half an inch.
Take it all off and put a couple of those adjustable
Yeah,
beams,
because not saying it will fall, but it definitely shifted.
and then they'll block it, board it up.
And then again, you don't want to take that chances of all that weight hanging by that little piece right there.
My friend, she's actually on maternity leave in some ways.
Because gravitation always wins, you know. You can't fight gravitation.
Nope.
Like, you could try your best, but gravity always wins.
And now it'll take hours to decide what to take down.
Oh, this might take, several hours. Maybe to the next day, who knows?
Oh yeah. Well, right now they decide which to take down and
Well,
what
the first thing first, I'll yank that damn car out of there. Whatever falls, falls. Then take that piece down. Put a hook on the back of that car, yank the car out
I
of
think
there.
once they take that car out, the rest of it's going to come down.
It's gonna fall down anyway, let it drop.
Because you can see that there's a beam this way.
Yeah. Well, if you want to take
that
your
up.
chances and walk under there and try to jack that up, that's on you. You know what I mean? If you want to take your chances going up there and jack that up, like, fine, that's fine and dandy too.
You know, they just
That's a lot of weight up there.
yeah. You just take that front off and then put a couple of probably four.
What you can do is you can clear a space on the side there, if possible. Get yourself a nice heavy-duty hydraulic jack. Put it right in that spot where the beam's missing.
They get those metal adjustable
The adjustable ones, but this one
beams.
you might need the hydraulic jack for that one. You might. Mm,
hung up on 911. I wasn't gonna call her back. I've known her in the past.
basically, you need at least two to hold it up, give it support. You might need to throw a top on the front for sure, and just to keep that from
I don't
falling.
think they'll. I think it's repairable.
Oh, it's definitely repairable. I've seen worse.
Oh yeah.
You just gotta shore it up, make sure it's all sound.
The bird might be walking in that area. And then somebody
I've seen a lot worse than that. That's definitely repairable.
also, second, took a ride up to South Talbot Ave, right?
My brother's a building inspector.
Oh, okay. For the city?
No, actually, he's in California now.
Oh, okay. Well, take a couple of pictures and send this to him. Or tell him to watch it on YouTube. You'll see it. See, this
But,
was.
in the earthquake, yeah, he had to condemn so many buildings.
Oh, yeah.
People were
What state is he in?
so mad at him. I don't know where he is now, but I know he's
Oh, okay.
moved. But he hated, to condemn some houses.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let people
Sometimes
do
you
that.
have to, though. You don't want to put no one's safety at risk.
Right.
It's best to condemn the house than kill someone. Yeah, that guy's lucky that damn slab didn't hit flat in that car. If that slab would have fell flat in that car, it could have potentially flattened that whole car.
He had to be
Well, definitely
lucky
speeding.
because for him to get out
Yeah.
before it all collapsed in, that's what saved him.
If anybody comes across them, these are frequent.
There's not much boarding up there. They got Boston board up over there. I don't know. They can't board up too much over there.
No, they'll take down and then just frame it all and
Frame it in. That may not be for the next day if they start doing that. Well, yeah. Well, we're approaching what 2 o'clock now in the afternoon. It's been out there pretty much all day.
so they're all starting to show up now.
But the good thing is that beam's not bending yet. That wooden joist.
That's not wood, that's metal.
You sure that's metal?
Yeah, same as the top, see metal?
That one's metal on the top. You sure
And
the
that
second
one's
one?
metal. Yeah,
I see
it
some.
has to be.
I'm seeing some wood characteristics there. You sure? Look at it real close.
Yeah, it's rusty.
You
It's all
sure?
rust, yeah. You see the wood behind it?
I see that wood, but see, hold on. You sure that's wood?
Yeah.
Or that's metal?
It's metal. If that was wood, it wouldn't be rusty.
I gotta get another angle, but I'm thinking that's wood.
No.
I'll let you know in a second. Let me go on the other side. That's definitely wood. There's a split in the middle. That's wood, buddy. You can see the split right here. I know my products. It's definitely wood.
In the ATM area. Can you guys let me know when you're on scene? I'll get her off.
Yeah,
the phone.
that's wood, man.
On the line.
It's definitely wood. 100% wood. It's a wooden joist. No, my eyes are bad, but not that bad.
Yeah, it's all wood. You can see up the top.
Yeah, you can see that. No, he
The
said.
next beam on the next one.
Yeah, that's wood. That's definitely wood.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
building's old. That's
That's
way older
wood.
than steel.
Trust me, it's wood. I wouldn't lie to you. Cause I'm looking at it from here. I'm like, yeah, you can see where it's kind of toenail to the other part. Now that top part up there could be metal. This could be metal because it's holding up that concrete. It's a metal lip. That right there. That's definitely wood. If you looked at this real close, you can see that it's wood. You see where the split right in the middle where the two joists meet? You also see the wood behind it where it's nailed into. And then you can see the sag on it too. So it dropped down about 3 inches. It does have a sag on there. How old is that building? We don't even know. Probably 100.
If anyone's interested in overtapping the opening, pushing 4 on the first test lane, contact 42 Kennedy Drive. And that's opening from the first
That's a part of concern right there.
Flying around that corner.
You look at that real close. He said hit the accelerator instead of the brake. So what was he doing before he hit the brake? Was he hitting the accelerator already? He said hit the accelerator instead of the brake, so he must have been already hitting the accelerator. So when he hit the brake, he thought it was the accelerator again. But you know what? That is possible though, because there are people. I can't say it on my video because YouTube takes those videos down. But there are people that do mistakenly think the brake in the accelerator because they forget their left from their right, and it's like it's a learning process all over again. But I can't say what it is that causes it because YouTube doesn't like that kind of stuff on there. I might make another video and put it on a different channel. Like they don't like the truth. YouTube does not like the truth for some reason, but it's been actually been proven. I talked to some doctors, they know. But the truth will soon come out. You can only hide the truth for so long. I'm assuming they must have just mocked these shit off the water to the building. Was that always like that, or were those? Did the mayor come down there at all?
I don't know.
She lives right down the street. You would think she would just walked over here and took a look at this place.
So, yeah.
She might be busy, who knows?
She's never busy. Come on.
What are you talking about?
She's never busy. Come on. You think she's busy?
Yeah.
She's busy keeping the protesters away from her house. That's all she's doing.
As she should.
She's never busy. I seen her busy like cutting a ribbon to a building or.
Do you remember Tommy Menino?
I do remember Menino,
He
yeah.
was the same way, but he was everywhere. He was so busy all the time.
But Menino was a different character though.
He was a different character, but I'm just saying that
But see,
she's
I
doing
tell
the same stuff he used
I
to.
tell you the mayor that I know and I remember the most was Ray Flynn, and I tell you why. Ray Flynn would jog up and down the city of Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, South Boston, all by himself. And I was a young kid, probably 10, 11 years old. And he'd stop and talk to you and buy you ice cream and stuff like that.
Wow.
And I was like, I know you. He'd be like, who am I? I'm like, you're the mayor. He'd be like, yeah, come on over here. And you can see Ray Flynn all by, no security entourage, nothing like that, all by himself, just run up and down the street. I had more respect for him doing that than someone who hides behind a desk and calls the shots all the time. Because, if you sit behind the desk and, the only time I see you was on TV.
I like Tommy.
Tommy Menino was good. I never had a problem with him.
He was all over the place.
He did something that I remember, that he took a lot of minority contracts away from the city of Boston
Oh, that's not
when he came into the city of Boston. And I know that for a fact because my brother had a couple of contracts doing snow removal, and he outsourced it to people like subcontractors and all that kind of stuff. So I do remember that. That wasn't a good thing, but he did cater to the elderly people. I do remember that. So there's good and bad in everybody,
I guess. So I wonder if the building behind it is impacted. Could be.
Probably not, because that's a brick structure.
But if it got pushed in,
Now it took a lot to push that in. Yeah, all the pushing in you see is right here.
yeah.
That's all the pushing in. You're not gonna push that brick on that brick behind brick. If that's the case, that car would be further inside.
Dang.
But that's a hard hit. That's a very, very hard hit. I tell you one thing though, like the people adjacent to that are not gonna be able to use this store until they find this sound.
Right. Square Root.
Yeah,
The guy who owns it's right over there.
because if that, was the collapse, that will
Right.
pull that down.
Yep.
It definitely will.
It's putting a little bit of crimp in his business.
Definitely is.
Too bad. I know. It's hard to believe, right? That's what my husband said. He's like, it's like a war zone.
Well, if you didn't know any better, you'd think somebody dropped a friggin' bomb over here.
Right. I mean, it's really weird to see the inside of someone's photography.
Into the building?
Yeah, at 8 this morning.
It's going only 20 miles an hour. That's about it. I like to say that just to see people's reaction. We know he wasn't going 20 miles an hour though,
I
but
don't think so.
I always say 20 miles an hour was the max he was doing.
20 plus 30, man.
Yeah, it may be that. Because 20 plus 30 sounds more reasonable.
So I don't think those are apartments. I think they're offices. One looks like a photography studio.
I think you're right. I think those are offices up there. There's like office retail
I
space.
don't know what the other one is, but there's no bed or anything.
No, I don't think there are any residents. That's more office space.
Yeah. It's pretty scary though.
But if that was a residential place, imagine waking up to that. Your whole bed would shake.
What happens to people? Like cars driving to houses.
And it happens more often than it should. You're right. It happens way. This you wouldn't expect it because this is a straightaway street.
Right.
So you wouldn't expect a car to be turning into a building. You expect that at the bottom of a hill where you go either left or right, but not, something on the straightaway.
Soon you're going to see all poles for the
No, they're gonna do to make the sidewalks a lot higher. Sidewalks will be about 2 feet high off the ground, so cars can't barricade into buildings. It's what's gonna start happening. Putting Jersey barriers along the whole stretch of the street just to protect sidewalks.
Yeah, it's an elderly guy that was driving, so you know, could have been one of those things. Turned the wheel and just never straightened out, or didn't straighten out in time.
But it has to be more than just the wheel. There has to be speed involved too.
Exactly.
Speed is most
And
of
these too.
the cell phone too, but
You see a lot of cars now, they have it on the wheel.
Yeah.
They're talking on the phone there. and
That's
you
illegal.
Don't even focus.
That's illegal,
Happens to me
yeah.
a lot of times when I'm driving. I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
them.
you have it on the
Teach
wheel.
a kid how to drive once,
Uh-huh.
and you tell him take a right here. He took the right,
Oh, he was a student?
but he never turned the wheel straight.
Oh, so you don't know how to drive. That means he does.
Learning, but
No, he doesn't know how to drive if he did that. If he turns it, don't turn the wheel back. Yeah.
teaching him, but when he walks around the corner, he doesn't keep turning when he finishes going around the corner.
See,
It's
you,
common
you
sense.
can't teach him in the street.
Finish the turn. I finish
No,
the turn. I go straight. You go
But see,
straight.
the best way to teach him is in an open parking lot. If you're gonna teach a person how to drive, teach him for the first couple of weeks in an open parking lot.
You guys know what happened? Did you guys see this?
I didn't see it. No.
Did the person make it out?
Yeah, he made it out okay.
Oh, okay.
Minor injuries, not major.
Yeah, nobody.
This happened like 4 o'clock in the morning. So
Oh, okay.
this happened.
been-
Oh, the news said 8.
Yeah, around
like
10
8:45
o'clock,
it
8,
happened.
10.
I think it was a little earlier than that.
That's what they reporting on the news.
8?
Because I only came here because I heard about it on the news. And
Yeah,
I'm
me
like,
too.
what?
I think it was well, it might have been 8, but I thought it sounded like it was a little earlier than that.
Were these businesses open?
I don't think they were. No.
Well, I know 2 that won't be. Well, maybe 3, because it looks like the door that goes to them is blown out.
Well, the whole side is not gonna be open. The whole corner. No, nobody's gonna be. If they got the caution tape over here, how do you think people are gonna open up over there? This thing- it's crazy though.
Damn.
I just want to know what the guy was thinking when he was driving. Or do you think he could have fell asleep behind the wheel? Maybe. Then he woke up once he hit the wall. Yeah, people do fall asleep behind the wheel, so it's possible. Possible.
Oh, and glass from the window. So how did
It's all commercial space. And there's no residential up there at all.
Yeah, that looks like a photography.
It's all commercial space, upper and lower. If you did live up there, you won't be living up there now. That's for sure. You got Bill Sahlberg over here with a brace on his arm. What happened to him? Hey Bill, what happened to your arm, man? What happened to your arm? What you do to yourself? He's another. Well, we're not gonna talk about him now, but he's another clown working for ISD. He got his arm in a sling, like either he had surgery or he got hurt. One of the two. You figure they're doing like 20 miles an hour?
Radio 9317, you all set? Radio 9317.
Like I said, we're not too sure how this happened, but it did happen. Some people are speculating that he might have stepped on the gas instead of the brake. Some people were saying he didn't turn the wheel back after he turned. Some people were speculating he possibly could have been under the influence. So without having all the facts, we really don't know. But we do know that an accident has taken place involving the impact of a building. Other than that, I'll let the professionals figure it out. There are some cameras that might have caught that activity, so they might have to go over some camera footage and see what really took place. The good thing is there was nobody on the sidewalk and nobody inside the establishment when it happened.
Echo Tango 55, can I get a 10, please?
This is going to be quite the scene for Rosendale for today.
Hello. Hey. How are you? What's going on? You know, remodeling. Besides remodeling in an unconventional way. Yeah.
Honestly, I keep looking at
Like I said, it's kind of hard to say what transpired, but we do know that a building has been impacted from a vehicle that maybe lost control or didn't have control in the first place. They kept the other side blocked off as well, so there's no pedestrian traffic coming from the rear side back there either.
Where do you want to go? Do you walk in the beach? There's a joke I think about the other
Engine 16, a no-type condition, 9 Gallivan Boulevard, Dorchester. Engine 16, a no-type condition, 9 Gallivan Boulevard, Dorchester. Nearest box 356 Ensign House 16, 1400 hours.
1400 hours.
Oh, yes.
What do you think?
Tonight it'll be all voted up.
Think you have it up by tonight? Well, we'll have keep our fingers crossed. I'm not gonna hang around for the whole duration. I'll probably give it about a
They
good.
have to do it pretty fast because all the buses have to go around and up now.
Well, they're gonna have to divert the buses. That's all.
Well, they are already. You seen 36 go all the way up,
Yeah.
come down.
Because when they bring the equipment in, they're gonna block the street off anyway.
Yeah.
So the bus is gonna be diverted probably into at least next day anyway, or maybe the following
Couple
day.
days.
Yeah, maybe 2 days, depending on what they have to do. Take a quick walk in the other, get another view.
Sorry, guys.
That way, get a different angle. People always ask me to get different angles. This would be the angle from where you can see the stuff inside the window. The fact that they haven't even moved the car out of there tells you that's going to be a long process.
If I go to the bank, ATM, I need to get money out.
I can't say yes or no.
Is the cops here?
They're over there. She's standing right by that pole.
Can I go to the ATM? I need to get money. I'm running out of gas. I got blocked out. I got no gas in my car. I'm gonna end up.
I know, but we have a collapsed building. You just can't.
Oh, that building's collapsed too? Oh, that one.
You can't let people in right now. Yeah, sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
She's way over there. It's almost impossible for her to even guard over here, because theoretically he could have went over there. She wouldn't even know he went over there. Just make sure the building don't fall when that wind starts blowing. What do you think?
Oh, it's so sad, right? Did all the work that they did to bring that building back.
Right, and now that had to happen.
I have any news on the person?
Well, they said he was not seriously injured,
Okay.
so he was okay. He got bumps and bruises and stuff like that, but nothing like threatening.
Box 1221 Hanover, Armando Street. 1406.
Just trying to figure out how did it happen.
Engine 20, a no type condition. 301 Lecompton Avenue, Dorchester. Nearest
Yeah.
That's all I can think of.
49 Engine House 20.
Yeah, it could be anything. Right now we'll be speculating because it could be anything.
Engine 7, ladder 17, a central station alarm. 34 Isabella Street, Boston. Engine 7, ladder 17, a central station alarm.
Take care. Be safe out
All
there.
right, you too. Thank you.
All right.
US Box 1532 Columbus Ave, Berkeley Street, 1406.
Took the whole thing out completely.
Did you hear the noise?
No, I wasn't here. I was somewhere. I was like 20 miles away from here.
These guys got drunk now?
I don't know. I don't know if he was drinking or if he lost control, fell asleep.
Yeah.
Could have had a medical episode. So much stuff that could have happened. And like only he knows what happened. Or he should know anyway.
Sebastian, how am I supposed to get my hair cut next week?
Well, Sebastian's is fine. It's threading for beauty. The beauty salon is done, kid.
Oh, that's not Sebastian's? I thought that was
Sebastian's is
part
right
of
next to
his.
the square room. Sebastian's still here, man.
But they still might not open that up either because of the structure. They still got.
You can't. They gotta get everybody.
They gotta get up. They gotta get that all sound.
The whole building.
Yeah.
Inspector in there.
That was a hard hit to make the brick collapse. That must be old brick.
That's a hard hit. Definitely a hard hit.
And that's a Camry. He's lucky he was driving a Camry.
Is that a Camry?
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh yeah.
They're pretty good.
Well.
That's crazy, man. I hope that guy's all right.
Let him go, huh?
Plenty of fish in the sea. Let's go.
Just let him go.
Updated information for this call. West side. 410.
Like I said, I don't know. There could be so many things that could cause that. He could have been running from somebody. Somebody could have been chasing after him. I'm not even going to say the things I heard, but there's so many things that can happen. This young lady's walking right through the. But this guy's not doing too well protecting the area. Because if people are allowed to walk through like that, then they're not protecting it that well. Might as well get some popcorn and some Cracker Jacks and watch the show. Yeah, get some coffee and donuts. Might as well get some of that and enjoy yourself, you know? Get a couple of soft drinks and what else you need? A little recliner? You're good to go. Everybody's snapping pictures. Pretty sure some are going to be on TikTok, Twitter. Definitely going to be on YouTube for sure. Yeah, just about everything's gonna be on YouTube when I get through with it.
Really? I did the memorial. I made the full collection. This spring is 10 years.
10 years already?
And there's 300 boxes of
Yeah, that's.
Because, that. So, now everything is making so much sense while I was there.
So
Because I was like, must have been people in getting breakfast at that time. But clearly, that's why I haven't heard about any other because threading is always closed. So Sebastian's.
The thing is, so he probably never made a turn. I think he just came straight across and straight in.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe he thought the road kept going straight.
Yeah.
It just kept going.
like you said, maybe he was tired, maybe he had That's the problem.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say at this point.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to explain to his insurance company what happened and how it happened.
If he didn't turn by that angle, maybe he came right down Belgrade.
Yeah, I'm thinking he came straight down Belgrade and just instead of turning, just kept
Rather
going.
Roberts, yeah.
Yeah.
Because at first I thought Roberts.
Too many things in the way for him to go straight.
Yeah.
He had to be coming flying down the hill.
He would have been, but yeah. So
Maybe
I
he didn't know the area
and
either.
then, and then I think.
Well, you know the area, you shouldn't
You
be flying that fast.
You.
Right. Well, he knew the area, but he didn't.
If I didn't know the area, I don't think I'd be flying that fast in the first place.
And this is an area that's.
Yeah.
The MBTA must be pissed right now.
Oh yeah.
There's like 35 bus routes that go through this square.
Well, the bus route's been detoured.
I already seen 36 has to go all the way up.
Oh, okay.
Up to,
Engine 55. Request VFD response 120 Myrtle Street.
Yeah, because
Red
beach
Rock
should go up.
Stairs. Engine 55. Request VFD response 120 Myrtle Street. Red Rock
And then you
Stairs.
got
Nearest box
34,
2964 Myrtle Street.
Yeah.
1416.
Yes.
so you don't even see the buses coming up.
Because you won't get any from Dedham, you won't get any
Nope.
going that way at all. Mattapan buses are awesome.
Because usually they're running through here. There's the lights. Construction lights. So
Yeah. That means it's gonna be here throughout the night.
Oh,
They're bringing auxiliary lights in.
Engine 53.
So that means they're gonna be here the next morning,
Freestone Crest Road.
which is not good.
Engine 53. Request VFD response Freestone Crest Road. Data tower. Nearest box 369 Union Highway at Wood Ave 1417.
Not a good. Yeah, I figured it'd be here throughout the whole night, all to the next morning, most part of the evening, mid-afternoon, Monday. Just to figure all that out.
Yep.
I guess this would be a good picture right here. Probably the best picture to get. Yeah, the fact that they haven't moved the car out of there tells you that's gonna be all nighter. Because if it was that clean cut and dry, the car would have been pulled out of there a long time ago.
Surprised nobody showed up already.
Well, they got building inspectors. They got a couple of, I guess you call them structural engineers.
Right.
A couple of guys from the demo crew over there, but they got to bring the equipment in. So now you got to figure what size equipment he's got to bring in.
Well,
gotta
it
bring
can't
it-
be real big because
He's got to bring enough
Area.
not to be. It got to be big enough to bring that piece down and small enough to get in this area without rigging up a whole lot.
it's going to be one of those claw things.
Yeah, the grabbers, but he's got to find a
It's
little
not going to be
capacity.
a crane. It's going to be one of those.
Yeah, one of those. With a little grabber on it.
Yep.
The hydraulic jaws.
We used to repair them.
But then he's got to figure out what size he's going to bring in too. He's probably going to bring the bigger of the sizes. Yeah, that's going to be pretty much a. Now he's got to figure. You got to order up the manpower too, because now you can send a crew. You can't just have one guy. It's going to be a crew of about at least 4 or 5 people.
Four?
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5.
Probably 15, 20.
Maybe. On a Sunday, it's kind of tough to get them all together like that too. Get 'em
Right,
to-
well, that's what's taking so long.
gotta get them out of church. Some of them are just sleeping. Some of them are probably just working another job. Some of them doing what I'm doing, just videoing.
They're just going to keep a lot of these businesses closed for a while.
Yeah.
So we can,
Here comes the lighting truck.
well, they know they're going to be
brought the lighting truck with the generator on it, so he knows what he got to do. He knows he's gonna take the better of the nighttime, so he's already prepared. It's interesting though.
Power ladder 3, a central city.
I do. I jump in tech. So they're reporting the flight towers because they're going to be working through the night to get this moving. And somehow,
Yeah. So that isn't that so weird? I was like looking at the photo I took before the massage.
Yeah,
this way. It's like
yeah. I feel like out of all the things that were destroyed, not the barrel. It has like little cells.
55 with the patient. 1423.
Could be a lot. You didn't even step on the brakes or nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll come out later on anyway.
You can see the library.
Well,
They're trying to keep people out of the way, but you can't see. They gotta get all this stuff. And the other businesses.
So now, this, so the threading.
Yep.
And then was
Sebastian's had two windows. So that part of Sebastian's is the main part. Yeah. And Sebastian's have been there for longer than any of the others. Good morning.
wow.
Accidental overdose of her prescribed medication. The poison control has advised that you go to the hospital. 1422.
Yeah, that's the thing. I get calls before the whole product
This is number 8. I assume it's Birch Street because there's Birch on that side and over there. So we're assuming it's number 8 Birch. That's pretty much what we got going on. I'm gonna head up out of here because there's not much else to see. And it's gonna take them several hours before they even start any initial any work at this at all. They gotta really get a game plan of how they're gonna do this. And the fact that the vehicle is still inside tells you that they're not even close to even doing any showing up. That, just so you know, that floor and it has dropped about at least a good 3 inches, maybe more. I'm looking at least 3 to 4 inches that floor has actually dropped, that whole joist. So that's a good amount that has dropped over there. Without really, you know, getting up there and looking at it, it's a lot that has dropped up there.
Moving up, please, for EMS.
Cancel EMS. Just walking away.
Walking away for EMS.
She said it has nothing to do with the price of coffee.
What's got you involved?
They're kind of territorial. They-
What do you want? Snacks? Yes, of course.
The little dogs have to,
They have to make their stand.
right, they have to look more meaner, you know?
Yeah, they gotta kind of stand their ground.
You can see that. Pull in front of the throwing place, is all blowed out too?
You mean the one at the corner right there? Yeah, that's just hanging on a thread. That's kind of shifted a little bit too. You can see that's not where it's supposed to be at.
Even the side wall there, the glass is bowed out.
Yeah. But that whole thing could fall forward though. If you look at it real closely, that piece right there could pull that whole thing forward. Because if you look, you can't really see it. But
the two little beams in the doorway are holding this.
yeah, but those beams are not completely vertical either. They're kind of off a little bit. Well, one looks like it's centered, but it's not.
Yeah. Well,
One's to the left and one's to the right.
the top one corner is pulled down.
And that one on the other side
The
is
pole's
kind of.
still straight.
See how the other one is going in a little bit? I think you can see it. Either the glass is not straight or the pole's not straight. One of the two.
This came in from a central station.
Hey, Bill, what happened to your arm, man? What'd you do to your arm? See, Bill doesn't like me, man. we had a confrontation a couple of years ago, and Bill runs from me every time he sees me. I'm gonna get him one day, though. He won't even say hi to me. That's rude. I'm asking what happened to his arm. He won't even answer me. You think I forgot about him? That's what it is. I forgot about him. Him and John Mimi and all the other crew out there. Ed Colburn and yeah, I haven't forgot about those guys.
Engine 22, a medical assist, 25 Rocco Street, Roxbury. Engine 22, a medical assist, 25 Rocco Street, Roxbury. Nearest Fox 2124 Washington and Commerce Street, 1429.
A little bubble gum and duct tape will fix that up, no problem, man.
Charlie 431.
Who knows if you really work at that time.
You guys need a call or
So quite a crowd has gathered to see the little entertainment over here.
keep an eye out. Gonna be 30-year-old male, none alive.
Yeah, don't do what the adults do. Do the opposite. The adults go under there, but don't you go under there. A lot of people go under there because they just want to go under there, but speed bumps won't even slow them down. They make it go faster. I see speed bumps put in the city of Boston right now, right? The guy hit the speed bump, go airborne, and he says the speed bump made him crash into a wall.
I think I have a sign saying slow down, sharp turn.
That's not going to stop him either. I mean, the thing is, the guys that speed are going to keep speeding. The ones that want to slow down will slow down.
Well, like, you know the school zones, right? If they yell
Yeah.
they can have something like that.
Well, the speed limit in the city of Boston is 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So if that's a saying, and we already know that, then why are they not following it? There's no one enforcing it.
Well then, yeah, heavy penalty and has to be dealt with.
Yeah, because everywhere I go, there's people going like 50, 60 miles an hour on a small stretch of road.
Yeah.
So if they already brought the speed limit from 30 down to 25, the people are still speeding. So lowering the speed limit is not going to slow them down.
They changed it when Marty Walters was on.
Yeah.
I know. My dad's a cop. I know.
But see, but they never slowed down. Though. They kept going faster. So you lower the speed limit, but they end up going faster. So that didn't hurt. They put speed bumps on. They went faster. They made these narrow turns on the road. Now people even go faster than that to dodge like pole position now. So no matter how many obstacles you put in the way, they go faster. You do put some spike strips up now, right? Now when the light turns green, the spike strip goes down. They come back out when it turns red.
Yeah, I've seen that. Like in videos,
Yeah, that'll slow people down because now they're gonna damage their vehicle. Or even right here, you put like a raised platform at a crosswalk. It comes up and people are crossing.
The other idea, right? Very like thick barrier kind of things too, you know?
Like raised like a Jersey barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I said that. Make the sidewalks higher.
Yeah.
Make the sidewalks about 2 feet high off the ground.
They can have barriers and then the walkway, you know, this and that, like, you know, and stuff like this happens.
Bottom line is people shouldn't be speeding, but they're gonna keep speeding.
So, you know, you either fix certain things one way or you do it the other way, you know?
Yeah, I don't think there's any one solution. It's gonna have to be a combination of programs. You know, one giving people tickets. You know, once
Yeah,
that
that's what I was saying, hefty fines, right?
suspending their license.
Yeah, that too.
Revoking their insurance, and if they don't have,
Then they drive without license. So
then put them in jail,
Yeah.
lock them up.
Yeah. Yeah.
taking their license away doesn't do
Yeah, they still drive without a
Yeah,
license.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. That. Yeah, I didn't know how.
Well, now you gotta get
guys
smart
are.
cars.
Yeah, that's true.
Smart cars that can't go over 20 miles an hour in the city of Boston.
Yeah.
So put a regulator on your car. Hit the gas all you want. The faster you go is 30, and that's the end of it.
You know, in the future, eventually, like 2050 or something, they'll have a Tom Stevens track.
Mhm.
They'll have to calculate the safety measures of how fast it should
Right.
drive.
Was the driver okay, do we know?
Yeah, he came out okay.
Hurt for the life.
Just
What?
bumped and bruises.
Hurt for the life.
Okay.
That's
Was
it.
it an older person or a younger person? I'm just trying to figure out, were they flying down the street?
Had to.
We don't know.
They had to have been. I mean, how do you...
But he could have had a medical
Oh,
problem.
yeah.
Could have
That's
tried
true.
to
Something
bleed.
happened, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know.
No skid marks or nothing, so he didn't try to save himself.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, hopefully no one was in the,
no.
I mean, luckily it
4 o'clock
was
in
a
the morning,
Sunday.
no.
Oh, yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning. That's right. Oh, my God.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it happen at 4 o'clock in the morning. Somebody said 8, but I don't think.
No, I think it was 4.
It was 4. I think you're right. I listened to the radio around 4 o'clock in the morning. And I heard it on the radio. So one guy said 8 o'clock, and I'm like, how do you figure 8 if it happened at 4?
If it happened at 4, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know because my dad's boss is a police
Yeah.
officer.
Yeah.
He's been on 35 years, so he'll
Yeah.
he'll find out.
I'm pretty sure it was 4 o'clock in the morning. What do you think happened? Somebody speeding? No, maybe. That dog is kind of having fun, I guess. It was definitely around 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's got a dog over here today. They got dogs over there. They got a dog over there. You said your father's a police officer?
Yeah.
What district he works out of?
Right now, headquarters, but
Headquarters?
he was in West Roxbury for a long time, JP for 14 years,
Oh, okay.
Dorchester, Mattapan. He's on 22, he's 57, 35 years. Next year will be 36 in July. Or August,
Gotcha.
so.
Probably seen him, don't know who he
I've
is.
seen everything. Yeah. He was assigned to protecting one of the presidents of the United States.
Oh, okay.
Watching two mayors' houses of Boston, Mary Walsh and Mayor Menino, and all of this stuff. He's
Gotcha.
homicides and everything. Police chasing. And then three of my uncles were Boston police too.
Oh, okay.
They actually came up with the LAM method from the Boston police police. It's a mixture of jujitsu with a baton.
Oh, what's it called? Lamb?
Lamb method.
Lamb.
Google it, it's right on the top. When you type in Lamb method, Boston police, my grand uncle Arthur Lamb, he came with the method. He was a black belt, so he implemented jujitsu with the baton.
Gotcha.
And it's on YouTube too.
Lamb. I think I heard that before. I think I heard.
He also invented something patented. A quick release of the holster of the baton, and he sold it to Smith and Wesson and made good money. And,
Oh, okay.
He was in the military like me. I'm in the military, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That lady's like, where's the Boston police at? She shouldn't be walking over there, but she's walking over there. Like, it's a sergeant and there's an officer looking right at her, and they're not saying nothing.
5 or 10 minutes away from me, you know. 10 minutes walk, 5-minute drive.
Regulars who I didn't even
I always walk to these areas, so I grew up in Rossi.
Mhm.
Rossi kid.
Oh, okay.
I went to Sacred Heart, and I go to Blue Star, I go all these places.
Now he decides to walk over after like 10 minutes of him standing right there. Like how do you not see them walking over there? Now they decide to walk over after the damage is already done. All right, I'm gonna hit about it. It's kind of cold out here, and I'm not gonna just freeze myself to watch a building stay in one spot. That building's not moving no time soon, for sure. The sun's about to drop down the next hour or so. I don't know where that car's going. Is he going? Is he parking right there?
Well, he's a firefighter taking over for me, so.
Oh, he's taking over for you?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You got a tough job, man. So that might be a detail for the whole night. All right, guys. Here we have it. We have a building that, like I said, not too sure what happened. We're doing the constructed building. We're not too sure what caused the car to strike the building, but the building, fair to say, the building suffered significant damage, significant structural damage. As far as we know, no one seriously injured. The driver made out with, bruises and abrasions and things like that, but nothing life-threatening, which is good on his part. But for the remainder of this evening, they're gonna have this road blocked off. How's it going today? Trying to get an idea how much of the area they got blocked off. We get, whoops. Get the tech rescue team over here as well, just in case they got to do some technical rescue. That's pretty much what they have. All the rest is construction vehicles. A lot of construction vehicles over here. I guess they're going to have to try to figure out what's the best way to approach this situation. Look like another construction vehicle coming in right now. So all these pickup trucks, fair to say, are mostly either they're inspectors or construction workers or
Engine 33, a known type condition, 941 Boylston Street.
yeah, more people showing up.
A known type condition, 941 Boylston Street. Boston, US Box 157, engine house 33, 1440. Roxbury, US Box 2137, Moreland and Fairland Street, 1440.
Probably off to another call. So much stuff going on in the city.
Ladder 15, unknown type condition, 941 Boylston Street, Boston. Ladder 15, unknown type condition, 941 Boylston Street, Boston. Nearest box 1.
It's not much to board up over there. It ain't much to board up right now. You can probably board up maybe something later on. Maybe some framing, a little framing here and there.
1141 Dorchester Avenue, Dorchester. Nearest box 1866 Auckland Street, 1441.
This is another angle that you could probably look at to see where the car is into the building.
People just walking on the tape road, man. I'll put one tape over. I'm like, if they're walking onto the first road tape, what makes you think they're gonna stay out of the second road tape?
Now people are walking right in there, whether you put a wall up, they find a way in there. Alright guys, just want to show you a little activity.
Yeah, go change your underwear because you got too wet.
The car's going, like, why would you do that? Wow. A lot of people don't pay attention to the road.
A motor vehicle accident. Harris Street, and Big Street, East Boston. Nearest box 61666 and Warren Street, 1442.
Alright guys, I just want to show you a little activity down here. Nothing major. A little activity. What's going on there? How you doing? Alright, that's what we have so far. Alexander the Great Park. It's a park called Alexander the Great.
That side? You got a better view?
Yeah, I was on that side already. I was out here for a whole hour, man.
Oh, I left. I came down.
So it happened like 4 o'clock in the morning, right?
No.
No?
8:39?
8:30? Either way, he had to be speeding though. I don't know. So what it looks like, this street right here is, I believe is Belgrade Ave. It looks like the car is coming down Belgrade Ave. Probably at a good clip of speed. He went to make this turn, which he did make the turn, but he didn't quite make the turn all the way. So as he was coming through here, he probably had so much speed, he couldn't make it all the way, and he ended up hitting that building. And that's the only thing I could think of. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna head about here, guys. If anything else comes out, I'll get back to you, but that's pretty much it. You know, pretty chaotic scene. Catch you guys in the next one.